The following is a paid advertisement for the McDougall Program. This is a Trillium Health Products production dedicated to improving people's lives through nutrition, education, and natural health products.
Oh, the McDougall Program helped me enormously. I'm off of all my drugs. I'm pain-free. I'm physically stronger than I was. I walk 4 to 5 miles a day.
I say, hey, it's fantastic. I went on the McDougall plan, and I've lost 71 pounds. I've added about 15 years to my life, and it's just fantastic.
I think that the program is absolutely splendid, and that it works. It speaks for itself.
Well, the response I've got is really overwhelming. I'm down 10 dress sizes since I went in to see Dr. McDougall, and they can't believe even the tone of my skin, the healthy look of my skin, and they even comment on my hair, even my fingernails. So it's been a total change.
These people had one thing in common. They all suffered from chronic ailments or life-threatening diseases. But in as little as 12 days, they made dramatic improvements in their health and in the way they look and feel. They owe it all to the McDougall Program, 12 Days to Dynamic Health. You are going to learn about a remarkable new revolutionary program where you can reduce cholesterol levels, reduce high blood pressure, lose weight, avoid costly surgery, and get off expensive medications, all in only 12 days. You'll meet people who have had relief from heart disease, from obesity, from arthritis, pain, and other ailments. People who feel better, look younger, are healthier, and have watched their pounds melt away. Dr. John McDougall is one of a new breed of pioneer physicians who uses nutrition and lifestyle instead of drugs and surgery to help his patients achieve optimal health throughout their lives. He is medical director of the McDougall Program at the prestigious St. Helena Hospital in Napa Valley, California. The hospital is the final stop for many people with life-threatening illnesses. People come from all over the world and pay thousands of dollars to experience Dr. McDougall's remarkable 12-day program. Besides running the program at St. Helena's, Dr. McDougall has his own health radio talk show. He takes calls from people all over the country and talks to them about their health and shares his experience about good nutrition. He has written 3 best-selling books, which have sold nearly 1 million copies. His books have been on the New York Times bestseller lists. In addition, he lectures and conducts seminars nationwide, teaching people the health principles of the McDougall Program.
Hi, I'm Dr. John McDougall, and over the next 30 minutes you'll learn about a program that will help you reduce medications, avoid unnecessary surgery, and regain lost health and appearance, and much, much more.
He's interested in keeping you healthy. He wants to get you on the road to good health and not see you again. Hopefully you continue that way.
Soon after I started the practice of medicine, I discovered that the drugs and surgeries I was offering patients didn't help much. This is particularly true of patients who have chronic degenerative diseases like high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes, and arthritis. The secret I learned is good health is in your own hands. I taught thousands of people the principles of diet and lifestyle that I'm going to teach you in the McDougall Program.
You can take hold of your life, and that's what Dr. McDougall sells, is you are in charge. You don't have to live the way you've been living. You don't have to eat what you've been eating. You can do anything you want to do, if you want to.
I think what Dr. McDougall is trying to teach people is how to live optimally and how to feel the best that you can feel, and to get off the medication that you're on and to lose the extra weight so you'll be healthy and live longer and feel better about yourself.
He's our savior, kind of like. He's the guy that did it for us. He gives you the tools. If you've got the ambition to do it, you can do it. He gives you the tools to do it with.
As a young boy and a teenager, I ate the typical American diet just like everybody else. I had plenty of hot dogs and hamburgers, lots of milk to drink and chicken to eat. And as a consequence of all that rich eating, I closed off a blood vessel in my head and developed a stroke, which left the left side of my body completely paralyzed. I've recovered a lot, but I still have a slight limp. This limp reminds me of the cause of my problems. My problems were due to repeated injuries. Chronic diseases are due to repeated injuries. I want you to imagine for a minute that you had a nervous habit, and what you did is you scratched your hand every day for about 10 minutes. You'd develop a sore very quickly. Now, you could put the most expensive antibiotic cream in the world on that sore, and it wouldn't heal until you did what? One thing, and that is you stopped the repeated injury. Now, many of you have diseases due to repeated injuries. You've got heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis. What you need to do is to discover the source of that repeated injury. And through the principles of the McDougall Program, you'll understand that that source is an uncontrolled fork and spoon.
Dr. William Clifford Roberts is editor-in-chief of the American Journal of Cardiology and chief of pathology of the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute of the National Institutes of Health.
Most of us eat about 21 times a week, and when we pull our chairs up to the table, we essentially determine our fate. The choices of foods and liquids that we put in our mouth determines how long we're going to be on the planet, essentially.
I believe there's a very clear relationship between diet and disease or illness. And that is that what a person eats and takes into their body certainly impacts their health. And over a long period of time, will determine really whether they're going to be a well individual or they're going to be someone who has illness.
Of all the problems with the rich American diet, fat places the most serious burden on your health.
Dr. Meyer Friedman is a leading expert in the research of coronary heart disease and has authored over 500 professional journal articles.
This photograph here is taken before the individual eats any fat and shows the surface of the eye and the blood vessels supplying it. Now, 4 hours afterward, we take another shot of the same area, and you notice that all of this area is blank because these little blood vessels have been occluded by red cells that have stuck together because of the high fat in the meal.
What happens is we eat the fats, they go into our intestinal tract, and then when they move into our bloodstream, and they cause havoc with our circulation. I want you to take a look at this dramatization. What you see here is blood cells hitting, bouncing off each other, and flowing very nicely. Now just imagine that you ate a fatty meal, and what would happen then is the fat would start to coat your blood cells, and they sludge and they clump, and the circulation is seriously compromised. And this results in you getting tired, sleepy, and sluggish. Now, these may be minor problems for you, but just consider what this does for a patient who has heart disease, somebody with narrowed heart arteries, and you do this to their circulation, it can spell a disaster. Heart disease is the #1 killer in this country. What happens is we eat a high-fat, high-cholesterol diet, and the fat and cholesterol get into our artery walls, and they cause injury. And sores develop, and we call these sores atherosclerosis. And if the sores get bad enough, what happens is people develop chest pain. And then some people go on and develop heart attacks and also strokes. When you have the arteries all clogged up with atherosclerosis, sometimes the last resort is for the surgeon to go in and cut and try and clear the arteries up so you get some relief. The worst news of all is that for the vast majority of people, bypass surgery does not save lives. And to compound the problem, when you're in the intensive care unit recovering from the surgery, they feed you the very same foods that brought you there in the first place. Now, the good news is that when you change your diet, you reduce your risk of dying of heart disease almost immediately.
Eating right has to do with both prevention of heart disease and in treatment of heart disease. If we actually ate right, most of us, or I say not most, but 499 out of 500 of us would not have any heart disease at all.
I understand that you have heart disease, and I also understand that you have chest pain, and the cardiologist has told you the solution is bypass surgery. You need to know that there are serious complications associated with that surgery, like brain damage and also a risk of dying. As a matter of fact, 5 to 10% of people who have this surgery don't leave the hospital. Now, what I would recommend is that you take some real serious medicine, and that's a diet and lifestyle change. You know that a good diet will stop the chest pain in most cases, and it's the same diet that also reverses the underlying problem, the atherosclerosis.
4 years ago, I experienced a severe heart attack, and I was in the hospital for 3 weeks, longer than usual because it was pretty bad. I understood from the cardiologist that there was a 38% damage to the heart in the scar tissue. And I made a decision as I laid there, if there's anything I could do to bring my health around, to turn it around, I want to do that. I happened to hear Dr. McDougall's show, bought his books. I was very impressed with what he's doing. I became a patient of his as far as an examination went, and we talked about health and nutrition. As a result of this, my health and energy, my energy and endurance is better than it was before the heart attack, even though I had almost 40% damage.
All you're trying to do is to get back to the proper fuel for a human being. We've chosen a fuel to eat which we like, but it isn't the right fuel. And what happens is our hearts clog up, and we get cancer, and we get arthritis, and we get gallstones, and we get diverticulitis, and we get diabetes, and it goes on and on. And all you have to do is, if you have a youngster, is put them on the right diet and they won't get these diseases. Or if you have an older person who has them, if you put them on that diet, there's a good chance that these diseases will either soften or in certain cases even reverse.
You know, I got a beautiful wife and children. I got 8 granddaughters and 2 grandsons, and I want to be here with them for a while. The way I was headed, I wasn't going to be here very much longer, and that's a fact. But now, I might even watch to see them all graduate. I don't know. I plan on being here another 20 years, 30 years.
Think about it. If you were a heart patient, wouldn't you rather change your diet and lifestyle than take medication or face surgery? The McDougall Program is 1 to 5 pounds of potent medicine every day as breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
I think the program works. I have never had a patient of mine say that he or she has followed the program carefully and it has had no effect. This has never happened.
In an age when hundreds of thousands of frightened and trusting patients are funneled into dangerous and usually ineffective therapies, Dr. McDougall's common sense approach is a blessing. Julian Whitaker, MD, author of Reversing Heart Disease. Many of today's leading medical experts agree that these diseases are actually caused by the rich American diet. Dr. McDougall has found that for most people, all of these chronic conditions are better treated by changes in diet and lifestyle than by any medical or surgical treatment available today. And there's more good news. The McDougall Program is effective in preventing these diseases in the first place. The McDougall Program, 12 Days to Dynamic Health, is a clinically proven, time-tested plan that really works. Now, for the first time, you can have all the information you need to do the McDougall Program at home, simply, safely, and effectively at a fraction of the cost of the Live-In Health Center program. Here's what you get. The McDougall audio tape series, over 6 hours of power-packed information. Plus, you get the national best-selling book, The McDougall Program, and Dr. McDougall's health-enhancing recipe book with 100 delicious, mouth-watering meals that help you unlock the healing power of foods. Plus, you'll also get the video, Secrets to Good Health. Dr. McDougall shares with you a wide variety of vital facts about nutrition, lifestyle, disease prevention, and practical ways to follow the program. And as a special bonus, if you order now, we'll send you the McDougall Report, life-saving facts your doctor never told you. Did you know that the likelihood of recovery from prostate cancer is higher with no treatment at all than with extensive surgery? Or that excessive protein intake causes loss of calcium from the bones? You'll learn these and many other life-saving facts in this amazing new report. The McDougall Program, 12 Days to Dynamic Health for only 3 easy payments of $49.95. This complete program is available only through this TV offer. So call the toll-free number on your screen so you can start enjoying vibrant health right away. The McDougall Program comes with an unconditional 30-day money-back guarantee. If you don't begin to see the results you're looking for in only 12 days, simply return the materials for a full refund. You have nothing to lose and every bit of good health to gain. So call now.
I think if there was anything that I would like to pass on that I learned at the McDougall Program is that everybody has to take responsibility for their own health. And you need a certain amount of knowledge to do that. And this McDougall Program really gives you that knowledge.
The McDougall Program, 12 Days to Dynamic Health.
Let me tell you 3 great things that can happen to people on the McDougall Program. They lose weight. Our average weight loss in overweight men is 8.3 pounds in less than 12 days. In the same period of time, overweight women lose an average of 4.4 pounds. People drop their cholesterols in less than 12 days, 30 points on the average. And if you start out with a real high cholesterol, say over 300, what you get is a 60-point drop in cholesterol in less time than you took for your last 2-week vacation. We also get people to lower their blood pressure, and most people get off blood pressure medication.
My lab work, the numbers all got better. My cholesterol came down, the blood pressure remained down. I kept feeling stronger and more alive, and I kept looking better and was never hungry, which was very important to me. So it was a very easy change to me to do this.
My blood pressure is down to absolutely normal, and some of the side benefits I have, I used to wake up with my heart pounding real fast at night. That hasn't happened one time.
My cholesterol dropped from 258 to 158 in the 11 days I was in the program, and that was pretty convincing.
If you're overweight, you're in good company. The Surgeon General tells us that 34 million people in this country are obese. Why are so many people fat? I hear all kinds of excuses, like some people tell me that their bones are too big or their stomach is stretched out. I want to tell you, I've never seen fat bones and I've never seen an oversized stomach. The way things are in our society, you've got just several choices. You can be fat, or you can try some diet and be miserably hungry, or there are other diets you can try that make you sick. Or you've got another option, and that is you can be informed. One of the most important principles of weight loss is the fat you eat is the fat you wear. You can take a needle and you can go up to somebody and stick it in their fat, in their stomach or their thigh, and you can suck that fat out, and you can take it to the laboratory and analyze it, and you can tell what kind of fats people like to eat. At my program, people eat tremendous amounts of food, high carbohydrate, low fat foods, and they lose weight effortlessly. As a matter of fact, they lose about 5 pounds on the average every 2 weeks. And I want to show you what 5 pounds is like. You can plan, most of you, on losing one of these about every 2 weeks when you follow the McDougall program.
Over a period of about four to 5 months, I lost a total of 52 pounds, basically, without really trying or being hungry or having to, do portion control or calorie counting.
I became a total convert, and I'm probably the staunchest defender of the McDougall program now that I've been through the program. I managed to lose, in about a 6 month period, about 25 pounds. It's been 2.5 years since we went through the program, and don't deviate. I'm right at the same weight that I got to when I was 6 months after the program.
Everything I learned in that hospital, I practice it every day, and I will the rest of my life. 71 pounds, if you ever thought about that, if you took canned goods and put them in a sack, 71 pounds worth, and then slung them on your shoulder, you say, my God, was I carrying all that around? And it's amazing. It's just amazing. You can bend over and tie your shoelaces. You can do a lot of things you never used to do.
I turned the radio on KSRO in Santa Rosa, and there's this guy called McDougall. And I started listening to him to describe a diet where you could eat all you wanted and lose weight. And I said to myself, uh-oh, another come on. But the more I listened to the guy and the more people called him up testifying to what success they had had, I became convinced that I should at least try it. I started losing weight, and I'm eating 5 times a day, and I'm getting plenty to eat. The weight, just like magic, is gone.
Well, it's funny, if you go to the McDougall plan, you read the books, the seminars are fabulous, and his tape, it's like, poof, here's that genie in the bottle, because you get the weight loss. That's a byproduct. We weren't even looking for that. My husband's lost 20 pounds. I've lost 14 pounds.
These people are enjoying life again. If you're interested in improving your health, then I'd like to talk to you about these simple, effective principles. Now let's look at some of the other benefits of the McDougall program. Many of you have health problems, and I know some of you have arthritis too. Some of you think it's not too bad, it's just difficulty closing your hands, getting out of a chair, but then there are those of you who have serious crippling arthritis that's threatening your life. And you've been told that there's no hope, and you believe there's no hope. You've taken various drugs and you see no dramatic improvement. But I'm here to tell you, there is hope.
I find that everything that he said is so far is perfect. I thought maybe I was into a process of remission with my arthritis. I even waited for a long time before I really committed all the way over. Saying that, hey, this is a permanent cure. I get up now, I get up and I walk 3 miles a day. up at 4 o'clock, got all the energy in the world, go to bed at 9 o'clock at night. Hey, he's added on, I'm going to live to be 100. I was ready to say, hey, St. Peter, come and get me.
I had the rheumatoid arthritis for over 14 years. And in fact, I am a licensed vocational nurse, and I had to quit working in 1980 because the rheumatoid arthritis was so painful, and I had so many swollen joints that I was unable to lift patients and to take care of patients. The benefits from the McDougall program for me was complete reversal and remission of my rheumatoid arthritis. I had no more pain, I had no more swelling. I had no more fatigue, and I felt in fabulous shape.
I had some arthritic symptoms. I had been diagnosed as having osteoarthritis. I have not had a arthritic symptom since I left the program.
The McDougall program is a no-nonsense program. If you choose to do it, by the end of 12 days, you'll see that it works. One of the most appreciated benefits of the McDougall program is a relief of pain. Pains that people have been told they had to live with their whole life. I'm talking about pain from arthritis, I'm talking about body aches and pains, headaches, and also more serious pains, like the chest pain you get from narrowed heart arteries. The McDougall program is very effective at diminishing or alleviating such pains.
Chest pains, they're completely gone. My feet used to hurt in the morning when I'd get out of bed and I'd try to make it down the hall and kind of going, ooh, ow. They don't hurt anymore.
My whole body completely changed, and I became completely pain-free, and the swelling of the joints all went away.
My legs, I had cramps at night. I couldn't do nothing. I was staying in bed in the mornings till 9 o'clock. Now I get up, I'm up at 4 o'clock in the morning, which I used to be back when I was a teenager. I got all the energy that I want, and I'm going all the time.
One of the things I hear from people over and over again is just how much better they feel, and younger. Sometimes they tell me they feel 20 years younger. The body starts to function again. The bowels work, the joints loosen up. They feel alive again.
I live in a second-story apartment, and I had to puff and huff and puff to get up the steps. And I was dizzy, and I had to hold the banisters to get up, hold the banisters to get down, fail a couple times. Now I can take my groceries in plastic bags in each hand without even touching a railing. Go right up the steps, no problem at all. And when I walk on the street now, I don't have to, shuffle and drag anymore. And it's almost like I'm flying. I have to keep myself kind of pinned down.
Now let's talk about something very important. How many of you spend $200 a month on pills like diabetic pills or high blood pressure pills? Do you know that a bypass operation is $40,000 if all goes well? And understand that one cancer could put your family in financial ruin. How much is your health worth to you? With the principles of the McDougall program, you can avoid expensive medicines, costly surgery, and also keep your family healthy and fit.
$400 to $500 a month was spent on medications for my illness, and I was able to go off all my medication within 2 to 3 months, and I have not had any medication for any of my problems since.
Probably $100 to $150 a month for these prescriptions, and all they did was hurt my stomach and make it worse. So when I had to try something. I had to get away from the chemicals, and by getting onto the diet and getting away from the chemicals, it worked. It worked wonders.
It was a perfect example of what's going to happen to everybody if you don't see McDougall. Anyway, Doc took me apart, and he said, first thing, I want to get rid of all these pills that you're taking. You're taking a pill for diabetes, you're taking a pill for high blood pressure, you're taking a pill for gout, you're taking a pill for this and that. He said, well, suppose I take away those pills. I said, fine, you're the doctor.
You've seen some pretty miraculous changes in patients. And the most important thing for you to understand is you can get similar results at home by following the McDougall program.
He tells you preventive medicine. He tells you how to live and live for a long time, healthy, a healthy way to live.
I think the programs that Dr. McDougall has done on radio, television, fit very well into the future of medicine. I think that medicine begins at home. It begins at the dinner table, the breakfast table, the lunch table. And he is telling us what we ought to be eating, and we need to listen to him.
I tell you, this program was a gift to myself. If I follow this program, I feel that I have given myself the gift of a healthy life.
I think John McDougall has found a better way to treat disease than simply using pills and surgery. He feels that not only can disease be prevented by dietary and other lifestyle changes, but that even established disease can be reversed in many cases.
And there's no question, if we would all follow his advice, the health in this nation would skyrocket.
The McDougall Program is not just another diet. It is perhaps the best currently available practical guide to nutritional well-being. T. Colin Campbell, Ph.D., Division of Nutritional Sciences, Cornell University. The unqualified success of Dr. McDougall's 12-day program at St. Helena Hospital in California's Napa Valley proves just how effective the McDougall Program is. Now, for the first time, you can have all the information you need to do the McDougall Program at home, simply, safely, and effectively, at a fraction of the cost of the Live-In Health Center program. Here's what you get. The McDougall audio tape series, over 6 hours of power-packed information, the national best-selling book, The McDougall Program, and Dr. McDougall's health-enhancing recipe book with 100 delicious, mouth-watering meals that help you unlock the healing power of foods. Plus, you'll also get the video, Secrets to Good Health. Dr. McDougall shares with you a wide variety of vital facts about nutrition, lifestyle, disease prevention, and practical ways to follow the program. And as a special bonus, if you order now, we'll send you the McDougall Report, life-saving facts your doctor never told you. People just like you have come to St. Helena from all over the world and have paid thousands of dollars to experience the dramatic results of this clinically proven, time-tested program. You can have the McDougall Program, 12 Days to Dynamic Health, for only 3 easy payments of $49.95. This complete program is available only through this TV offer. Call the toll-free number on your screen so you can start enjoying vibrant health right away. The McDougall Program comes with an unconditional 30-day money-back guarantee. If you don't begin to see the results you're looking for in only 12 days, simply return the materials for a full refund. You have nothing to lose and every bit of good health to gain, so call now.
Oh, this McDougall plan is just fabulous. You can't. The man is amazing. You've got to follow his plan and get well. You really have to.
You know, as a doctor who practices medicine this way, I get so much reward. I see profound changes in my patients every day. Americans suffer from a long list of diseases, and many of you have one or more of these problems. And what you have to understand is if you can identify the cause of these problems and stop it, then your healing processes can catch up. And for most of us, it's a problem of what we eat, and we can change that.
Nobody has to make up anything about it or beat the stump about it. It speaks for itself. And I think John McDougall speaks for himself. He's a dedicated, committed human being, and he has one desire, and that is to make you healthy.
The preceding was a paid advertisement for the McDougall Program.